So Bree's paid.
No.
And now we're pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
Another long 25-minute Breeze music break on 95.3 and 102.3.
But in my case, you're back for another 15-minute gaming break here at Breezy Ob Station 87. We're doing my 6th game of Wheel of Fortune Deluxe Edition on the DOS, in which my cash and prize winning total so far is $207,624, and I'm 5 for 5 in bonus prize wins. And I've got Lee joining me on Skype via my iPad.
Happy belated New Year, or almost belated New Year, depending on when this video becomes available.
Well, it will be available sometime in the next few days.
As we're taking.
That's right. And today we're taking on Karen Rojas from Athens, Ohio. She's an airline pilot. And we have Mike Dole from Seattle, Washington. He's a karate teacher. Category...
And I don't want to spectate alone, so I brought my Pepsi Next with me.
That's good. And our first round category is things. So here we go. Give that wheel a nice big spin, and let's see what we land on. We're going to land on a free spin, but I have to get a letter first. S. We'll put up one S, so I get to pick up the free spin. Hang on to it. Meantime, I don't have any spendable cash, so I'll spin again.
Now, you were explaining earlier that you intend to see Alvin and the Chipmunks 4.
Yes.
But just because you want to see how bad it is, it's still encouraging the studio to actually go home with the money that they already spent but got back.
Well, the thing is, it's made by both 20th Century Fox and Regency Enterprises, which are two companies I have a lot of respect for.
Yeah, I do respect these two companies. It's a studio that brought us such classics as both Home Alone, Mrs. Doubtfire, later releases of Thumblemania.
Oh, I gotta lose a turn, but I am gonna use my free spin. And also, let's not forget, Regency Enterprises merged with 20th Century Fox in the late 90s. While Regency Enterprises would be partners with Warner Brothers before, and then in 98 or 99, they're now partners with 20th Century Fox.
However, Regency's most recent movie, The Big Short, was distributed by Paramount.
True.
But how come Regency made a movie that was not released by 20th Century Fox?
Well, also, Regency Enterprises co-produces movies with other studios. They've done that with Columbia Pictures, and now they're doing it with Paramount Pictures.
So they are rotating. They're not just limiting themselves to one studio, huh?
That's right, because they've been doing other movies with other studios such as Warner Brothers, 20th Century Fox, Columbia Pictures, and Paramount.
And actually...
oh, and also, they've also, sorry to interrupt you, they've also done movies with Fox Searchlight Pictures as well.
I know Slumdog Millionaire isn't one of them.
No, Slumdog Millionaire is not, but William Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream is one, and so is Bee Season with Richard Gere.
I see. But anyways, going back to what I'm trying to say, I do work at a movie theater, but part of my job, one of my tasks includes having to see parts of certain movies.
Yeah. Oh, and before you tell me more, Lee, I just want to say we're now in round 2 with a $2,500 space on the wheel, and we've added a trip to New Zealand worth over $12,000. Wow. Like to get my hands on that.
The last of the VeggieTales were animated.
Uh-huh. And,
I feel sad for whoever was laid off.
And now, Lee, as you were saying...
I did look at some scenes as part of my task, but I do have some assumptions.
Right.
I know what you're thinking. It looks definitely bad.
I know, Lee, you're trying to beg me not to watch it, but I'm sorry, Lee, nothing can stop me.
However, the stupidest thing about it happened, and I apologize if I'm deemed as a spoiler or something, but
It's fine.
it looks stupid. The stupidest part happens during the opening credits.
Well, like I said, it could be worse.
Because I didn't hear much of the Chipmunks singing, because back when Ross Bagdasarian, the creator, was doing the Chipmunks, they just wanted to get the story out of the way. He was not relying on product placement or changing the times. He just wanted to get the thing out of the way.
Of course.
That's why with the Alvin show from the early 60s, it's all about the idea and not the modernity.
Right. I get what you're saying.
That's why I like this show so much. I love the idea, I love the premise, but when the new Chipmunks come together, they relied on changing genres and changing tastes. So they used Alvin and the Chipmunks as like the One Direction style poster boys rather than just a likable franchise.
Well, I can understand where you're coming from, Lee, but like I said, it's going to take more than just a bunch of bad reviews to stop me.
Not even the Major Code Red on the jump scale.
Not even that can stop me. Like I said, it could be worse. I could be watching Battlefield Earth. I could be watching Freddy Got Fingered.
Or I could be watching Batman and Robin.
That too.
Which, if you remember Angry Video Game Nerd's Darkwing Duck review, he was explaining the, and I decided to tone the language for the kids, but
Right.
I call it the jump scale, but he calls it the explicit word scale, so I've decided to tone it down. But anyway, the whole purpose of that scale is to grade a certain film or video games, in HGN's case, from okay to really ugly.
Well, let's just say Batman and Robin I can kind of sort of handle, but not to an extreme. And guess what? I just landed on the trip to New Zealand.
Cool.
Z!
And as for Batman and Robin, it's going on the blue scale, which means that it's a movie that's possible to watch, but nobody in their right mind would.
And let's see, I solved the puzzle, I got $2,300 in cash, I got the trip to New Zealand, and I got a surprise, which is a 250-watt home entertainment center worth $2,650.
And I got an idea for movie night tonight.
Oh? What?
Grease.
What?
I'll give you a hint.
Hint, okay.
Okay, I'll give you a hint. It contains the actor that said the word, the wickedly talented one and only Adele Dazeem.
Is it a redo of Enchanted?
Nope.
Okay, is it, Frozen?
Nope. I'll give you another hint.
Okay, yes, please.
It's directed by one of the more well-known family film directors.
Okay,
Steven Spielberg, but
Chris Columbus?
it's directed by the guy who directed, let's see. I'm going to start with a name, with a movie you may not know from this guy. Because I decided to do a little change. I decided to do a little guessing game.
Alright.
That for a certain well-known director, I decided to, I decided to bring up just the harder parts of guessing it.
Alright.
So let's just say it was directed by the guy who directed, let's see, United Artists' It's My Party.
I don't have any idea.
You haven't seen this movie.
No.
Or the director of the Brooke Shields edition of The Blue Lagoon.
Oh, Randall Kleiser?
That's him.
Okay, is it Grease?
You got it.
Grease is the word!
Alright.
I like that movie.
Let's get into the good edition of Glee tonight.
And Diesel Engine is the solution to round 3, so let's go to round 4 with $5,000 based on the wheel. And a pair of diamond necklaces worth $6,525. And we're looking for a person this time, so here we go.
Including tax.
Including tax, yep, because Just remember, if you win prizes on a game show, you gotta pay taxes on them. Or...
taxes are deducted from the winnings themselves.
That's true, but get this. I don't have to pay taxes on my winnings because the winnings aren't real.
It's a video game.
Exactly. The only money I get for...
And I know that you like to play retro video games, but I just read a tweet from the guy who runs Con Bravo.
Yeah?
Let's see.
Well, get this. The only money I get from these video games is whatever I make whatever I make from the viewers.
Right.
Oh, and I gotta lose a turn. Dang it.
However, what I'm trying to say is that for sales, or at least the amount of stores that sell retro video games, that Toronto, which is where the headquarters is located, that retro video game industry in Toronto is booming. And independent video game stores are doing very well.
Good.
In which, I'm actually going to go back to that article that I read. Let's see.
Uh-oh, $5,000. That letter is not in the puzzle, Mike, so you fail.
Okay.
Miserably!
Okay, so in this article, and there's actually some names in the article, but I'm keeping them out to keep them anonymous.
Yeah.
But however, Toronto has 15 indie retro video game stores. An astonishing number considering even London, England, and Sydney, Australia have only 2 each.
Huh.
In all terms, Toronto has more independent video game stores than Montreal and Vancouver combined.
Well, I'll be.
And
In this
the vast
game,
majority of those stores,
doll's worth nothing, confidence worth $1,500 a piece. All right. I'm listening. Keep going.
And also, the retro video game business is hitting modern video game stores hard. When GameStop released its latest quarterly earnings, they showed a clear decline in new software and hardware sales. It's not just about the independent retro video game stores.
Oh, Kurt Russell.
It's also about the fact that everybody's slowly ditching discs for video games.
Right. But in the meantime, Lee, I have some good news. I know this is off topic, but I just won my 6th game of Wheel Deluxe for the DOS.
Wow.
Now I'm going to the bonus round. How much have I won so far? Oh, wow. $27,500 cash and prizes. Person, proper name is a category. I'm going to pick the W. R-S-T-L-N-E. Vanna, get him up there. Oh, B-F-X-O. Robert Frost.
Walk speed. I decided to scramble.
Now, last time I won a trip to Bali, Indonesia. This time I got a trip to the Virgin Islands worth $17,000.
So, Virgin Islands is part of the United States.
Yeah.
Why wasn't that state mentioned in the Lacrosse America song?
Don't know, but I do know this. I won $44,500 cash and prizes this game. So let's get it all added up. Ooh, wow. You're going to like the sound of this, Lee. I now have over $250,000 for this game.
Cool.
$252,124. And we'll wrap it up for this.
Cool.
We'll wrap it up for this game of Wheel Deluxe Edition for the DOS. A 7th game will be coming soon, and we'll see you all for the next video coming soon.
And until then, folks, keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars.
And don't forget to subscribe.